Hello YouTube friends, Alicia back here with the second video of the day. This is what I normally show, which is crafting. I know I've been doing some plant videos, but I wanted to get back to the crafting. Sorry about my voice. I don't know if I'm coming down with a cold or if it's allergies, but you can probably hear it in my voice that I have something going on. So this is in my junk journal that I've made. It's junk / art journal, whatever you want to call it. I make them out of hardback books, and then I just fill them with all kinds of paper, scrapbooking paper, craft paper, file folders, anything I have basically goes in these kind of journals. This is the third one I've done like this, and it's where I do my mixed media, my scrapbooking, anything that isn't daily journaling or for a specific album goes into these journals. And it is what I choose to work in instead of like, say like the Ranger mixed media albums or things like that. I don't do anything in those. I'd be more likely to take the pages out of those and put them in something like this. Just because, like I said, it's what I preference, so it's what I do. So this page is one that I've done since I've been on here last, and all it is this is Michael craft paper, so it's not anything expensive. It was finding things that I had on my desk, and what I've been doing very much is using what I've had. I am still not working. I do not know if I will be going back to work before I go to school in August. There's some things that kind of need to fall into place for me to go into school, and I've started the paperwork for it. However, I don't know where things are going to go, so everything right now feels I feel kind of out of place, but we're working at trying to stay grounded. So, with that said, I haven't been spending a whole lot of money on any kind of new supplies, and I've been enjoying it. So all this is it was actually, I believe, supposed to be like an iron-on fabric. I tried to iron it. It didn't do anything. So I ended up just gluing it to this page. This is from Reinforcements, and the reason I had to sew this is because it's wax-based, and this is backing paper from velvet sheets that I had. So this and this were both actually garbage, but my favorite thing, and I've said it before, is recycled art, so I will use it. And this piece here is wrapping paper from a Christmas gift, coffee dyed paper. So all I've been doing is basically collaging lately in this journal. Added some ink, and that's this page. These are Tim Holtz pieces, and that is what I've done there, and I really like how it turned out. And then on this page, I just played with some other things that I had laying around. This is the background I made, more fabric, more Tim Holtz. This is the stencil I've made with my brother Scan & Cut, I believe. I have a few stencils I've made. I haven't made too many of them because I find it fussy, and stencils aren't terribly expensive, but I might make some more because I do really like being able to make my own stencils and using what I have. So this is what I've made. This one is a newer, no, sorry, this is not new. This is actually a wall stencil, this writing. It is from a thrift store. Some Sari silk and some vintage bias tape on that one. And this one here is, this is really old scrapbooking paper. I had made a junk journal years ago, 10 plus years ago. I took it apart because it just, it was one of the first ones I did, and at the time, I loved it, but now I didn't. So I took it apart and I put the papers in here, and I had to attach papers for that one. So this has the map on it. This is just some fabric tape, Tim Holtz, that wrapping paper again, the fabric, coffee dyed paper, some washi. I will say, so I don't know if you guys have seen the new 49 and Market Travel ephemera. That is something I picked up recently. I did pick up a few things when my friend was having a sale at her store, but I really haven't, like I said, been buying a lot of anything. And one of the things that I did grab was the travel pack by 49 Market, and so that's this and this. It went really well with this Tim Holtz stuff, and I don't travel a lot, partially by choice, and I guess partially due to money, but I do like doing collage, so I found that, yeah, that travel kit with the smaller size by 49 Market goes wonderful with some of the things I like to do, or like to scrapbook, I guess, if you want to say. So that is that page. And I will say here, I actually just used clear, like, like regular tape, like gift wrap tape or whatever you call it. And I taped this down to the page. You don't have to. I mean, you could glue the whole thing. I just taped it. And then this one here is, nothing special about this. I used up more of that gift wrap that I had. And this is a vintage ephemera piece. And then more of that 49 and Market ephemera. And some vintage gold rickrack. So nothing special about this. Just glued things down onto the page. And then I do have another page that I can show you. Sorry, I have not been showing pictures for the most part, just to protect people's privacy. This world's gone crazy, and I don't want to put people's pictures out there without permission. So this is the first page I had done, and then I did the other three like after that. So all this is a book page that I sprayed and then added a background. So another thing I do, I own a lot of sprays, but I make a lot of my sprays as well. So when I spray things, I just mix and match everything that I have, and I make backgrounds. That is one of the things I really like to do, is make backgrounds more than I even like to make finished pieces. So I like to experiment with sprays and colors and different mediums. So that is all I did here, is I did a bunch of sprays. This page here was, I sprayed through lace. I mean, you can't really see it anymore. And it honestly was nothing special. I just needed a background piece, so this worked for it, and instead of throwing it out, I used it. This is more fabric that I've used. I've used the fabric throughout the pages that I've done to use it up. I've had it in my stash forever, and I like the texture. I also sewed on this page. Part of the reason I sew with fabric is obviously it stays better because glue will often show through. And the second reason is the tape that I use, I'm actually out of. And I have been trying to, like I said, use what I have because I have so much stuff, rather than go run to the store every time I run out of something. Because what I find is otherwise I'll never use the stuff that is, like, say, less convenient to use. But I won't get rid of it. So I'm always storing stuff I won't use. So if I don't have what I would typically use, I use what I have, right? And it also allows me to be more creative and try different things, which I enjoy, and lessen the amount of stuff that I don't necessarily preference to use, but I won't get rid of. So since I've started doing that, I've gone through, a lot of different tapes, and I'm working on different glues and things like that, because they work fine, right? But we always gravitate towards what we know. And I think once you have something that you know, stick with it. But if you're not willing to get rid of the other stuff, you know, you have to use it, because otherwise you start to look like a storage unit, and that's how I'm feeling. So that's the other reason, even more so, that I'm not buying anything really new, is because I just have so much stuff that I've become overwhelmed. So all of that to say, here's this page. This is a button that fell off of an old scrapbook that I had, that I kept because I actually really like it. I was using things that were kind of sitting on my desk. This behind, you can hardly see, is that black velvet piece that I used the backer piece from earlier. This is Tim Holtz. And I will say I mix and match. What I do to, because I'm not naturally very, I don't know if creative's a word. I'm naturally very creative, but I don't go into things with a plan. So I start off with a blank page and then I stare at it. So what I've done to help with these pages is I'll go in, I have a place that I have all my ephemera. I'll go and grab certain packages, and that's what I'll allow myself to use, and then anything else that I have within arm's reach. So I grab different Tim Holtz ephemeras for this, and a pack of, well, I had 2 packs of 49 in Market, and then I mix and match. I am not designing for any kind of design team, right? So I feel like I can use whatever I want when I want. I mix old and new, and I'm happy to do that. So there is, I think, well, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 different, 5 packs of Tim Holtz ephemera used on just this layout. And then this is 49 Market, this bow here. Just a die cut I had on my desk, and I used it. So that's the other thing about me, is I mix and match. I make some of my ephemera. I make a lot of ephemera, actually. I enjoy making the ephemera, and now I've been, like I said, working on getting it used. So yeah, I just came on to show you that I have been crafting. I am making progress in this journal. I did do a video of it when I initially made it. Sorry, so this is the journal I am working in. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and go back on my channel. This is the one like I said, I made. I show it to you pretty much empty. I have tape sticking to it. And this will be the one that I work in, obviously, until it's complete. It will be alligator mouth, but I don't care because it's on rings. So I take the pages out a lot of times when I work on them anyways. But yeah, I can't, with journals like this, I can't necessarily do full flip throughs because I do photos in here, and I don't like putting people's photos out there. So what I'll do, like I said, is as I work in it and have things I can show, I will show them to you. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed seeing my creative process lately, and any comments or questions, leave them down below. Thank you.